Welcome, champions. Today's video isn't just any ordinary video. It's something that could truly transform your life. We're about to dive into a topic that can dramatically shift your career, your income, your self-respect, and ultimately your entire life. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever noticed how people who speak with power, clarity, and charm seem to attract the best opportunities? They land better jobs, earn more money, build strong relationships, and command instant respect. Whether they walk into an office, attend a party, or enter any room, people notice them. And here's a fascinating part. They're often not movie stars, billionaires, or celebrities. They are ordinary people. But the moment they start speaking, something changes. You feel drawn to them. Their words have gravity. Their presence feels magnetic. You enjoy listening to them. And more importantly, you want to meet them again. Why? Because communication is a real-life superpower. It's the real beauty that turns an average personality into a powerful one. So listen closely. If you want a personality that is admired, respected, and remembered, you must understand this golden mantra. Speak good, speak well, speak clearly. What does that mean? It means every time you open your mouth, your words should have purpose. They should be structured beautifully and delivered with clarity. Think before you speak. Organize your thoughts. And space out your sentences so people can absorb your message. Remember, a clear mind plus clear words equals a powerful personality. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 solid, practical, and powerful communication tips. These are not boring theories. They are real-world techniques that deliver real results. I promise you this. If you stay with me until the end and practice what I share, your communication skills will transform. 100% guaranteed. And here's a bonus. Watching this video won't just improve your communication. It will sharpen your English listening and speaking at the same time. So, make sure you watch till the end and don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing content like this. Let's begin this transformation. Tip 1. Say without saying. This is powerful. Very few people know this, yet it's based on solid psychology. Did you know that people form a first impression about you in just 7 seconds? That's right. Before you even spoken a full sentence, they've already decided 70% of what they think about you, whether you're confident, trustworthy, likable, or not. How crazy is that? That means you are communicating even before you speak. Your body language, facial expressions, eye contact, smile, posture, and energy are all speaking loudly on your behalf. Let's take a real-life example. Imagine 2 job candidates sitting in a waiting room. Both have the same degree, same resume. One is slouched, scrolling on his phone, looking bored. The other is sitting straight, shoulders relaxed, gentle smile, calm energy. Who do you think the interviewer will notice first, even before asking question? Exactly, the second one. Because his nonverbal communication is saying, I'm confident, I'm professional, I respect myself and others. Your body speaks louder than your words. Here's what you should always remember. Walk into a room with confidence, even if you feel nervous inside. Smile naturally, not fake, but warm and inviting. Keep your back straight. It shows strength and dignity. Make eye contact. It shows honesty and connection. Avoid fidgeting. It shows nervousness and insecurity. Master the 7-second rule and you will win half the battle before you even say a word. People feel your energy before they hear your message. Tip 2. Storytelling. Listen carefully. If you want to inspire hearts, capture minds, and stay unforgettable, you must master storytelling. Why? Because while facts inform, stories transform. Facts tell. Stories sell. When you tell a story, people listen naturally. They connect emotionally. And they remember your message much longer. Let's see how. Suppose you want to teach someone the value of hard work. You could say, hard work is important, boring, forgettable. Or you could tell them, there was a boy named Sam. He lived in a small village. No electricity, no internet. Every night, he studied under a streetlight because he dreamed of becoming a doctor. People mocked him. But 10 years later, he returned to save the lives of those same people. Which one will they remember? Which one touches the heart? The story, of course. That's the power of storytelling. Whether you're giving a speech, leading a meeting, teaching, or simply making a point, use stories. Use real-life examples. Create a picture in the listener's mind. Our brains are wired to respond to stories. Since the days of campfires and cave paintings, we've learned it and grown through stories. Here's how to tell great stories. Keep it short but emotional. Include a struggle and a victory. Let the listener see themselves in the story. When you become a good storyteller, people will enjoy talking to you, love listening to you, and remember you. You'll go from forgettable to unforgettable. Tip 3. Empathy. If you want to become a master communicator, if you want people to trust you, like you, and open up to you, you need one magical quality: empathy. So what is empathy? Empathy is the ability to feel what others feel. It's putting yourself in someone else's shoes. It's listening with your heart, not just your ears. Why is empathy so important? Because when people feel you truly understand them, they relax, they feel safe, they open up, they respect you. Without empathy, communication feels cold and robotic. Let's understand with an example. You're telling a friend about your stressful job. You're feeling overwhelmed. One friend hears you and says, "Don't worry, it's nothing. Just forget it." That hurts. They didn't really listen. But another friend says, "I can see how stressful that must be. That's really tough. You're not alone. I'm here for you." That connects. You feel heard. You feel supported. Who would you want to keep in your life? Of course, the second friend. Empathy creates connection. Here's how to show it in communication. Listen actively. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Acknowledge their feelings. You don't need to fix it. Just understand. Use phrases like, "That must be really hard. I can imagine how that feels. Thanks for sharing that with me." Be present. Put away distractions. Focus fully. Here's a bonus. In sales, leadership, and relationships, the most successful people aren't those who talk the most. They are the ones who listen with empathy. Make someone feel understood, and you win their heart. Tip 4. The sweetest sound. One of the greatest secrets of powerful communication was once shared by Dale Carnegie, author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. He said, "A person's name is to that person the sweetest sound in any language." It's absolutely true. When you say someone's name during a conversation, you instantly make them feel special, seen, valued. Why? Because a name isn't just a word. It holds identity, memory, and meaning. Imagine you walk into a busy Starbucks. The music is loud, people are chatting, and the air smells like fresh coffee. You order and say, "I'll have a caramel macchiato. Name's Daniel." 5 minutes later, among a crowd, a cheerful voice calls out, "Caramel macchiato for Daniel. Have an awesome day, Daniel." In that moment, you smile. You feel noticed. You feel good. Why? Because they used your name. It's a small gesture, but it makes a big emotional impact. In business meetings, interviews, and friendships, when you use someone's name with warmth, they feel a connection. And connection leads to trust. And trust leads to opportunities. Here's how to do it right. Use their name when you greet them. Use it naturally during a point. Use it warmly when closing a conversation. Not every 2 sentences, but at the right moment, with sincerity. In a noisy world where everyone wants attention, simply using someone's name makes you unforgettable. Tip 5. Emotional intelligence. This is a game changer. If you master emotional intelligence, you'll rise in relationships, leadership, business, everywhere. What is emotional intelligence? It's the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, and to understand and influence the emotions of others. And the most powerful skill within emotional intelligence, learning to respond, not react. There's a huge difference. Reacting is emotional, impulsive, instant. Responding is thoughtful, calm, strategic. Example, you're in a meeting. Someone criticizes your idea in front of everyone. If you react, you get angry, defensive, maybe even rude. You lose credibility. But if you respond, you breathe, you stay calm, You say, "Thank you for your feedback. I'll reflect on that. Maybe we can discuss improvements together." What happens? You look strong. You look mature. You win respect. You build bridges instead of burning them. Tip 6. The echoing technique. If you want to become an unforgettable communicator, you must master the subtle art of echoing. What is echoing? Echoing is when you naturally repeat a small part of what someone else just said, using a warm, interested tone. Why is this powerful? Because it instantly signals, "I'm listening. I care. I'm with you." It makes people feel seen and heard. It gently invites them to open up more. And when people feel understood, conversations deepen effortlessly. Example 1. Your friend says, "I've been feeling really stressed at work lately." You echo, "Stress at work." You're not offering advice. You're reflecting back their emotion, inviting them to go deeper. They reply, "Yeah, my manager keeps giving me impossible deadlines." Now, a simple chat turns into a meaningful conversation. Example 2. Your colleague says, "I finally finished that project after 3 months." You echo warmly, 3 months, that must have been intense." They open up, "It was exhausting, but I learned so much." That's it. Just a few intentional words make people feel valued. Remember, don't echo everything, just key words or emotional cues. Use a warm, genuine tone, not robotic or rehearsed. In sales, negotiation, or conflict resolution, echoing is a superpower. When people feel heard, they lower their defenses. When people feel you understand them, they become more open to your ideas. Echoing is empathy in action. Tip 7. Voice modulation. You can have the smartest words, but if your voice is dull, robotic, or flat, people will tune you out. Your voice is your music. What is voice modulation? It's the art of controlling pitch, high or low, pace, fast or slow, and pausing, strategic silence, to bring life and power to your message. Let's break it down. 1. Pitch, the highs and lows. Pitch is the height of your voice. Speak in a constant high pitch. You sound nervous or irritating. Speak in a low monotone. You sound boring or sleepy. Great communicators vary pitch naturally. Example, telling a win. "And then we won the competition." Higher pitch, excitement. "But it wasn't easy. There were nights we almost gave up." Lower pitch, emotional weight. 2. Pace, speed control. Speak too fast. People feel rushed. Speak too slow. They lose interest. Change speed to match emotion. Example, fast. "The moment we saw the results, we jumped, screamed, hugged. It was electric." Slow. "But deep down, we knew the real work had just begun." 3. Pausing, the silent power. A well-placed pause adds gravity. It lets your message sink in. Example, sometimes the smallest decisions change your entire life. Pauses create anticipation, depth, and reflection. They pull the audience in. Top TED speakers master voice modulation. They sound like they are telling a story, not reading a script. Master your voice, and you will master the hearts of your listeners. Tip 8. The broken record technique. Have you ever dealt with someone who refuses to take no for an answer? Someone who pushes boundaries, argues endlessly, or makes you uncomfortable? Enter the broken record technique, a calm, powerful tool to hold your ground. What is it? It's when you repeat your main message, calmly and firmly, like a broken record, until it sinks in. Why does it work? Because it's assertive without being aggressive. It sets clear boundaries without conflict. It trains others to respect your stance. Example 1. At a party, someone pushes you to drink. Them, "Come on, just one." You, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." Them, "Don't be boring." You, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." Them, "Just a little." You, still calm, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." No arguing, no justifying, just calm, polite repetition. They'll stop, because you didn't feed the debate. You held your boundary with strength and grace. Example 2. In a business negotiation, a client demands more for less. You repeat, "We'd love to help, but that would require an additional fee." They push again. You repeat, with a warm smile, "We'd love to help, but that would require an additional fee." No explanations, no frustration, just consistent clarity. That professional power. Tip 9. Humor. Humor isn't just about telling jokes. It's about injecting lightness, humanity, and warmth into your conversations. Why is humor powerful? Because it breaks tension. It disarms defenses. It makes people feel comfortable. It builds connection faster than logic ever can. Humor builds trust. When people laugh with you, they relax. They like you. They remember you. And most importantly, they trust you. But let's be clear. Humor does not mean acting like a clown or making fun of others. It means being light, relatable, and sometimes laughing at yourself. Example 1. In a job interview, they ask, "Tell us about a mistake you made." You smile and say, "Only one? I've got a whole collection." Everyone laughs. Then you deliver a thoughtful answer. You just turn pressure into connection. Example 2. During a tense negotiation, everyone's drinking black coffee. You smile and say, "Judging by all this coffee, I assume caffeine rights are part of the negotiation too." People chuckle. The energy shifts. Now the room is lighter, more open. Example 3. While giving a speech on teamwork, they say teamwork makes a dream work, unless the dream is to nap all day, in which case, I work better alone. People laugh. Walls come down. You now have their full attention. How to use humor well. Be self-deprecating. Laugh at your own quirks. Be situational. Observe funny things around you. Be natural. Don't force it, overdo it. Never insult or target others. If people smile when you speak, they listen. And when they listen, they trust and follow. Tip 10. Vulnerability. What does it mean to be vulnerable? Vulnerability is not weakness. It's a courage to be real, to share your truth, to admit you're human. Vulnerability means being honest about your feelings, your failures, your fears, without trying to be perfect. Why is it powerful? Because it creates instant trust. It tells others, you're not alone. When you speak from the heart, people don't just hear you, they feel you. Here's the truth. Everyone is fighting a silent battle. When you dare to show your scars, you become a mirror that reflects their own struggle and their strength. Example, you're on stage. You could say, "I've always succeeded. Life is great." People might admire you for a moment, but they won't connect. Or you could say, 5 years ago, I was broke. I just lost my job. My bank account was empty. I sat in my kitchen, staring at a packet of instant noodles, wondering if this was rock bottom. But that night, I told myself, this is not the end. It's the beginning. I started small. I failed again, but I kept rising. Today, I'm here, not because I never fell, but because I learned to rise after every fall. Now, the room is silent. Eyes are moist. Hearts are open. You didn't present yourself as a superhero. You showed yourself as a warrior. And people admire warriors more than they admire perfection. How to use vulnerability smartly. Pick a real, meaningful moment. Be honest, but don't overshare. Focus on the lesson, not just the pain. Share like you're speaking to a trusted friend. End with hope. Show how you grew. Walls keep people out. Vulnerability invites them in. When you speak from your heart, people don't just remember your words. They carry your story in their soul. That is the magic of real connection. Final words. Communication is not about sounding impressive. It's not about using fancy words. It's about connection, heart to heart. Use these 10 tools: emotional intelligence, voice, echoing, humor, vulnerability, and you'll transform not only how you speak, but how people feel when they listen. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You need to be present, authentic, and real. Practice these tips every day, and you won't just become a better speaker. You will become someone people trust, follow, and remember. So go out there, speak your truth, because the world is waiting to hear you. White have a check mark if this helped you. Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful strategies on communication and confidence. Make every conversation count.